white men who marry Asian women, like actual Asian women in Asia, are like, they kind of like the submissive factor.
So you're not submissive?
Good. Yeah, good.
Wait, are you not submissive?
Yeah, good.
Are you not submissive, Tiffany?
I could be to the right
What?
man.
You have a white boyfriend. What are you talking about?
Okay, but
are you throwing your
not-
white boyfriend under
he's
the
not
bus?
into like
Asian
he's
women?
not into
He's
me
not into
because-
Asian women?
He's not
What
into
the-
me because I'm more submissive than other women of other races.
Wait, what?
Exactly what I
He's
said.
not fetishizing
You're not?
her.
Yeah, he's not fetishizing me.
Okay. But I'm just, like, you're saying that white men date... Okay, I don't know.
Isn't
Whatever.
it a fetishization to be attracted to an Asian woman? That's not a fetish.
I didn't say it was, but in certain cases, fetishization can apply to any woman, any
Yeah,
other
but it
race.
can apply to anything. You could fetishize a table. Like, but somebody who says, well, my preference of
Table
attraction is
sexual.
Asian women, that's not a fetish.
I'm a table
I
sexual.
think there's a stereotype that Asian women are more submissive than other races, and so sometimes men will definitely go after them specifically because they think they're going to bow down to them.
Yeah,
and be
not just them,
submissive.
Eastern Europeans too. And good. What the hell is wrong with a man wanting a more submissive woman from a culture where submission is taught into the woman? That she's not going to be vexing and a headache and a problem and things like this, but rather she's going to do her duty to her family. I don't even understand the problem with that. That seems completely fine to me.
They're both happy with it, then yeah.
Yeah.
Did we go around the table on the bow? Would you bow? I don't know where we left off. Did we get Ellen's answer?
I don't know.
Did you give your answer? Would you bow?
I gave my answer already.
I
we might
think
have
she said no.
We'll hear from her when she's back. Would you bow for your boyfriend?
No.
Okay. Would you bow for boyfriend? No. Into the mic? Into the mic?
No, sorry.
No.
Tiffany, you already conceded on this argument last show.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. I want Ellen's answer when she's back, but none of you would bow for a guy. Just curious, going reverse around the table. Should a guy pay for a first date?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it depends on who asks the person out.
Have you ever asked a guy out on a date?
Yeah.
More often than not. How many first dates have you been on?
I don't know, couple. I don't keep a tally of them.
Can you move your
Who was
mic
more
this
likely to
way?
pay?
Move your mic this way for me. Yeah. Of all the first dates you've been on, more often than not, who pays for the date?
I mean, most often it's 50-50.
Okay.
I don't know. I like
thought
the
you
rule.
said
Really?
it depends
Really?
who
Most
asks.
often it's 50-50.
Most often, I mean, I don't ask guys out a lot. It's happened a couple times. But
That you've asked guys out?
yeah,
So how many times have guys asked you out?
I don't
The
know. I mean,
majority
I'm
of the time.
23. It's been like
So
a long time.
So you're going 50-50 on the dates where the guy asks you out?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
sorry.
I mean,
No,
it
if the guy
happens.
asked me out, then he would have to pay full. And if I asked the guy out, then I would have to pay full, ideally. But if he asked me to
We're
go
getting
50-50,
very
I would.
conflicting answers here, but so in what instances do you go 50-50? The times where you guys both simultaneously ask each other out
If
at
he
the
says,
same
I want to
time?
go 50-50, we'll go 50-50.
How many times has that happened?
Couple. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to say you should pay for it or I
Okay,
should
sure.
pay
Sometimes
for it.
guys will.
Whatever
I
the
guess,
mood, whatever the
preface-
situation is. I don't know.
Okay. Ellen, did you saw the bow video? I don't know. Did you give your response? Would you bow for a guy?
Like if it was like a traditional thing, and
No, he just wanted you to bow for him.
I don't see why I would need a bow.
To test your respect
No.
and test your submissiveness, I guess.
No.
Wouldn't do it? Okay. And then who should pay on the first date?
I would prefer if the guy pays for me.
Why is that?
That's my preference.
Okay. What informs your preference? Traditional gender roles?
I mean, I would be okay paying as well.
How many first dates have you been on?
Like 4.
Did you pay did you go 50-50 on any of them?
I went 50-50 on one of them.
And the other 3, the guy paid?
Yeah.
Did you say, hold on, sir. No, I insist on 50-50, or did you let them pay?
We just split it. Oh, like when
The times they paid, the 3 times they paid.
I just let them pay.
You didn't protest out of your feminism?
Or I said I can pay, and then they were like,
You didn't insist, though.
but I didn't insist.
You didn't
but
insist, okay.
I did suggest it.
What about you? Who should pay on the first date?
I'm the type of person to fight over me being the one paying. I don't like people paying for things for me. I feel like I owe something to them afterwards. So I prefer to pay for myself regardless.
Sure.
And even dates I go on with my partner, I mean, I'll pay the full thing too. And sometimes he'll pay the full thing. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Pause.
I like to play card roulette. So
What is that?
You kind of just like ask the waiter to close their eyes, and whatever card they pick, that's who pays. It's just like a fun
Oh,
game.
come on. At all the dates you've been on,
No, not all
of them that you can tally up, was the man way more likely to pay than you?
Actually, no, but I don't mind. And the reason why that is because usually I'm the one who picks the restaurant, and I'm like a foodie, so we usually go to more high-end places, and that's why I always offer like my own
Did you say
menu.
you were dating somebody right now?
I'm going on dates, but no.
Yeah. The last date you went on, who paid?
It was 50-50.
And the day before that?
Probably him. I don't know.
And what about the one before that?
Probably 50-50.
Probably, or was?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really keep
You don't remember
tally.
who paid on 3 dates ago?
Well, I mean, I haven't gone on many, like, as of recently, so.
You've gone on many. Great. Okay. So if you've gone on many.
No, not
Hasn't-
many.
She hasn't gone on many.
Oh, it hasn't gone on many.
Yeah.
Okay. But, well, what does recently mean?
Recently, like, a date just a few days ago, but before that, probably, like a while ago, you know?
How long is that? How long is a while ago?
Probably 2 weeks before I got my ankle injury, so around then,
Well, how long ago was that?
like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So you went on a date 2 weeks ago, and the date you went on before that was how many weeks before that?
When I came back from Greece, so
Which was how long ago?
like 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Okay, so within the last 5 weeks, you've gone on 3 dates, and you're saying that they've all been 50-50? Except, well, I'm sorry, 2 were 50-50 and 1 was not? Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been on like many dates. I'm just like either at work or I'm traveling or doing my own thing.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
I'm
move.
not concerned with the amount of dates you've been on. I'm just curious as to who has paid when you have been on them.
I mean, it really just like differs depending on like who chooses or who asks, or, you know, if I want to play that game of card roulette.
Okay.
All right, let's move it on. What about you?
I think the man is more likely to pay. I think also that if it's like a lot of first dates and stuff, I think it might be a good idea for the guy to pay if he wants to like put on this image that he can take care of you. But I think once you're in a relationship, especially for a while, like I've paid for things for my exes, and I've had taken care of the food if we wanted to go out and eat. But yeah.
Sure. What about you? Sina?
I think men should pay.
Okay.
I don't think they have to, but they usually do.
That's been your experience?
Yes.
Okay. Avantika, going back to you, you said that you disagree that women should go 50-50 the entire relationship. What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that, I mean, it's an option, you know, whoever wants to pay can pay. Like, if I want to pick up all the bills for the rest of my relationship, but he wants to do something different, like, if I want to pay for all the restaurants, but then he wants to pay for all the, like, movies and other outings, they could do that.
So you disagree with going 50-50 the entire relationship, or?
Like, it could be 60-40, you know, 70-30, just depends on what you make it as.
Okay. So I guess my confusion here, in relation to the Bao video, it's weird to me though, like you guys think that this is some grand ask, but not all of you, but a lot of women have an expectation that men do certain tasks, or men have certain duties when it comes to dating, courtship, relationships. Some women might expect a man to open a car door, for example, might expect a man to protect you in some sort of scenario. But specifically when it comes to paying for first dates. So let's assume for a second that I'm being charitable, I guess, on the cost of a first date. Let's say the cost of a first date is the equivalent to 1 hour of work for the man. Let's say makes $20 an hour, the date is $20. This is actually probably very unlikely, but I don't know, he takes you out for a hot dog or a burger or tacos or something. Realistically, I think a lot of men are probably going to pay $50 to $100 on a first date. If he works $20 an hour, a lot of men don't even make that much. That's 5 hours of work for him to treat you to a first date. So if women's expectation is men should pay for first dates, or if they're the ones asking, they should pay for the date. The translation there, essentially what you're saying is, men should labor for 5 hours to treat me on a date, but I can't do a bow, which takes no effort. That's where I'm confused. So going to you were very much had a strong objection to the request, if a boyfriend were to request that you bow, but you said the guy should pay for the first date. The entailment of that is that if he's working $20 an hour and he takes you out on a $100 date, you're saying he has to work 5 hours. Let's say he works a physical labor job, construction job. He has to physically labor for 5 hours if he wants my time. How is this not worse than a guy asking for a bow?
To me specifically?
To you, because you said, I would never do a bow, but you want a guy to pay for the first date.
I said I'd prefer it.
Let me ask you a question. You go on a date with a guy, he asks you out, you get a dinner, I don't know, it's $40, $60, whatever. The waiter comes and he says 2 checks. Is there going to be a second date with that guy?
If I like his personality, yeah.
So he has to make up for a detriment in his conduct by being more charismatic.
I mean,
or have a better personality. You said you would prefer a guy to pay for the first date.
I would prefer it.
Why?
I think it's just like a nice gesture, but I wouldn't be opposed to paying myself.
Okay. But it is a traditional gender role, right?
I think it's deemed that way.
Let me ask the panel this. For any of you here, if a guy wanted to go 50-50 on the first date, waiter comes, he says 2 checks, you got to pay. Is there going to be a second date?
No.
No?
No.
No? Second date?
No, not if he just says 2 checks. Like, no. If he's like talks about it,
Why would he have to talk about it? He's got to have your permission to go 50-50?
No, I feel like it's more of like a respect thing than just to...
What do you mean
respect?
Just to
know we're going to go 50-50 than just saying
he needs to confer with you?
No, like if I wanted to pay.
He needs to check to make sure you're willing.
Yeah. If I wanted to pay or if he wanted to pay full.
You guys it's so entitled. Totally entitled behavior. Imagine if I, as a guy, said, you know what? She's got to check with, like, my expectation as a guy is that you pay the entire bill for me, and maybe I'll be considerate, but you have to consult with me first before I even consider going 50-50 with you. You would fucking laugh at that, dude. You'd be like, what the fuck?
I mean, if I want to pay.
Do you pay?
I want to.
What do you mean?
I put my card on the thing, but they they swap it out. You know, it's not.
But my confusion here is that you guys have all these expectations on guys, and it's like, but if we look at something very simple, look, I know some of you are okay with 50-50, some of you would be fine splitting the bill, but there's enough women out there who would be like, absolutely not. If he wants to go 50-50, there's not going to be a second date. It's a done deal. It's like, and those same women will be like, they'll be total feminists too. They'll be like, no, I won't pay for the bill, blah, blah, I won't split. It's like, okay, so you won't bow for a guy, which takes no effort, takes 3 seconds to do, but the entailment of you expecting a guy to pay for the entire bill is that if he's working a $20 an hour job and the bill's $100, the entailment of that is you expect a man to work 5 hours to be able to take you out. So what's a bigger ask? A guy saying, I would like a woman to bow to me, or you saying, every single time we hang out and we go to dinner, you have to work 5 hours of your life just for the privilege of getting to take me out. What's a bigger ask? Tell me.
The dinner.
Why?
Because it's 5 hours versus 3 seconds of your time.
So is the fair proposition then for that women should bow to men? If I gotta fucking shovel if I gotta shovel for fucking 5 hours
I would bow.
to take you out,
I would bow.
Okay,
There
but
you go.
that's on you though.
Why is that on me?
You're not capable enough to make like $50 an hour or $100 an hour.
Bro, y'all are, hold on, the average, y'all are 18. How much money?
And men actually want to pay for dates. Men naturally like providing for women they like.
Sure.
Women don't want to bow for men.
Women don't want to be submissive?
We don't want to be. Okay.
That's a feminist
But
mind
submission
virus.
does not equal bowing. Bowing is weird. It's like a form of worship.
It's, oh my.
Bowing is so much more symbolic.
It's not a form of
Yeah, but
worship.
what does it
Bowing
mean?
is not a form
Wait,
of
so
worship.
if an
It's
atheist.
just weird.
Okay.
And actually, men don't like maids. When women bow to them and
What?
cook for them and clean for them and take
They
care of
don't
everything.
like. Hold on, what?
And cater to them all the time.
No.
That's when men actually go out and cheat. Men like the chase.
Tiffany, what are you talking about? Men, just to be clear, so men don't like it when women do all these things for them?
Yeah. They think they do, but they actually don't.
I would disagree.
No, oh my
Got
God,
it.
this
Yeah,
is
they
like.
they think that they want a non-vexing, submissive woman, but what they really want is a woman who acts like a bitch all the time. What were we thinking? We were
No,
way,
that's
we were way out of
exactly
our
right.
league on
Men
this
love
one.
bitches. There's a whole book about it too.
Here I was
fake news.
thinking that men prefer
news.
to have women who are completely non-vexing and generally take care of their roles in the home because that's what all of them report. But as it turns out, I was wrong. What they really want is somebody to be an annoying brat and vex them all day. Geez, I wish that I had known that earlier.
Total Tiffany, that's fake news, bro. That's fake
That
news.
is not fake news.
So you're saying men want like quarrelsome, disagreeable, non-helpful, non-submissive women? Is that what you think men want? You said like
Submission doesn't equal bowing.
if I say
but that's
if
not
I'm
what the
I would
point was.
argue.
wouldn't
I
it
would
be
argue
wouldn't that exactly be submissive? I want you to do this. Wouldn't that be submissive? And you do it and you don't, oh, I want to have a conversation about it. I want to question it. Wouldn't you just do it? Wouldn't that be submissive?
Men like submission to an extent. When it's too much and the girl doesn't have her own mind and basically will bow down to them, they don't like it.
What have you tried to do this with a man? Like what evidence?
No,
So
but
what?
it's just
but
how-
so
that's
what
just how men
evidence-
are. That's just
what
how men
evidence
are.
do you have that this is true?
I guess I
Did you just make it up in your head?
No, it
just sounds good,
It's
right?
just common knowledge. No,
It
no,
just
no.
sounds
It's
good.
common knowledge.
It's common. It just sounds good.
No, it's common knowledge.
From who? Who
The
do you hear-
experiences of many women.
Wait, so just to be
Yeah, I
clear,
think- I
wait,
think
one thing really quick.
Yeah.
So when you say experiences of women, so the experiences of women are men will like you less if you treat them well, you do nice things for them, you're helpful, you help them out with certain household duties. You're saying men detest these things in women.
Yes, yes,
and
in
they'd
some
much
ways.
they'd much prefer dealing with a woman who refuses to do these
yes,
things.
they hate it. They hate it. They hate it.
They hate women who are submissive.
What?
Essentially,
No, I think in a
It's
way.
to an extent.
No, I think she's saying like they get bored.
get bored.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I have an input. I'm sorry. Okay.
Go ahead.
You're talking about a man. I think you're talking about a boy. To be honest, there's a difference.
Wait, me or
No, like
her?
you're talking about a man. So yes, a man wants someone to be submissive. Yes, a man wants to take care of home and for his woman to all that. But a boy does not. A boy is who essentially likes the drama and the toxic and the back and forth and all of that chaotic
That's actually
shit.
a really good point.
Like,
I think I would tend to. I think yeah.
No, but men
I
are
actually
the-
tend
men
to
are
They're
the
agree
two
with
same
different
way.
things. Two different things.
Men
He's
are
not
the
a man
same
yet.
way. That's why in movies we always see the portrayal of when the wife's at home and she's calling her husband at work. Oh, babe, when are you gonna come home?
He's not a
Like,
man.
I have dinner made for you, and then the guy
No,
goes
we
and
don't see
cheats.
that in movies at all. What we see in movies and what we see in media is Homer Simpson, and men are portrayed as bumbling fucking idiots that for some reason are just happen to gallivant through life working at a nuclear power plant eating donuts, right? While everybody ignores how incompetent they are. And if only it weren't for that beautiful wife who is somehow skinny and petite, married to this big fat bald guy, wasn't there to correct his endless bad behavior, why men just couldn't get along. It's like, give me a break with this shit. Men are portrayed in the worst light possible. Let me give you an example. There was a show when I was growing up called Home Improvement, right, where the entire theme of the show was that the guy was an incompetent moron who couldn't even handle the power tools on his own show, and his wife had to run the entire family dynamic. In fact, I can give you show after show after show where this is the case. Tell me the show where the woman is the nice, petite, 1950s-style housewife who greets him at the door with dinner and modernity. Tell me what that show is called.
Also, I don't think Hollywood.
No, hang on. Let her answer. Tell me what the show is called. What is it called?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's called You Just Made It the Fuck Up. That's what it's called.
I did it though.
Anyway, yeah, they did it. Yeah, they did
just
it
don't
in the
know what the movie is
1950s
called.
with the Cleavers from Leave It to Beaver, maybe, but they don't do it in modernity.